Hey guys, this is Kyle, the Salad Guy. Today I want to make you a tea that I kind of developed with some individual components I compiled together, and I'm trialing this right now myself, and I'm trying to see what kind of benefit that I can get from it. But based upon my research, these individual constituents provide just a multitude of benefits. So I'm going to put it to the test, and I want you guys to try it too, and give me some feedback. Give it a couple weeks, use it regularly, and see how it makes you feel, and let me know. So what we have is basically four main ingredients, and I put in a fifth one as a sweetener. So we have lemons, we have concentrated ginseng, and we have matcha, which is a green tea powder. And as a sweetener, we use raw organic honey. So, oh, I almost forgot. One of the most important components was ginger, fresh ginger. So I'm going to briefly go over these components and what they have to offer. And I extracted the information from this book called Power Juices Super Drinks. It's by Steve Meyerowitz. He's also known as the Sprout Man. He's kind of coins growing microgreens and sprouts for nutrition. So that's an excellent source. He's very, very knowledgeable on how to make different components or smoothies and juice drinks of different components to achieve certain outcomes. So I highly recommend getting a hold of this book. And I'll go over some of the key points that I had as far as, we'll start with lemons. Lemons have been shown to kill intestinal parasites and certain bad bacteria in your gut. It can also fight some forms of cancer, and improves liver function, especially if you did start out your day with some water, lukewarm water, and a little bit of lemon juice. It'll stimulate the liver and help detoxify it and produce more enzymes to be primed for the task that it's going to have for the rest of the day. And then it also will just improve digestion as a whole. And then with the ginseng here, it helps a lot. It helps the brain control, like its sleep, stamina, endurance, body temperature, appetite, coordination, metabolism, and even how your body responds to stress. It can help all those functions, along with it cleans your blood and helps build your blood and create more hemoglobin in your blood to circulate more oxygen. And we're going to the green tea, which is the matcha. We use this Japanese variety here. It's a very high quality. Unfortunately, it's kind of expensive. I think this was about $40 for this container, but it does last a long time. But the Japanese process it in a way that stabilizes it and helps retain a lot of the phytonutrients and polyphenols and things that are provided with that product. And that helps fight various cancers. It's been proven to prevent and also fight existing cancers of all sorts. And it reduces high blood pressure. It's a very, very rich antioxidant. And it promotes dental health as well, with like gum disease, gingivitis, and things like that. Then we'll go into the ginger here. And the ginger helps a lot, primarily in your intestinal tract. It'll help tone your muscles for having proper peristalsis and various functions, mechanical functions of the intestinal tract. And it helps relieve bloating and vomiting, diarrhea, and inflammation. And it's also been proven to help people who suffer from arthritis, especially rheumatoid arthritis. It helps reduce the inflammation in their joints and create more mobility. So, based upon what I gave you, and that's only a small list. I can only fit so many facts in there. There's a lot more detailed in this book. But so I did that research and I compiled this together. So I made this tea and I'm going to put it together for you and show you how to do it so you guys can do the same thing. So normally I would use like a coffee cup or some sort of thermos, but I wanted to use clear glass to show you what it looks like as we make it. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of cool water so we don't shock the glass. And the rest is hot water, all the way up to the halfway mark. So we want this to be fairly warm, but we don't want it to be so hot it's going to kill all the live enzymes that we're going to be putting into this. So we'll just put a little bit more cool water in there, room temperature. Okay. Now I use 1 lemon per cup or per glass. So since we have 2 glasses here, then we'll use 2 lemons. We just made a different juice drink prior to this one, so there's still some pulp left over from grapefruit. But it's not going to hurt a thing. And ideally, you could use about any form of citrus you wanted, but of all the citrus family, lemons are the strongest in cleansing. So we're going to go with that. Okay. Next we're going to do our ginseng. I love these little containers that come in, these cute little jars. You can order this Ilwa ginseng, which I've found it to be the best, most pure. It's concentrated ginseng. It's been aged for over 10 years. And you can order it from a place in Columbus, Ohio, called Shu. It's spelled H-S-U, Shu and Company. And you can go online and order it, and they can ship it to you. They're actually pretty quick. So I do about a half of one of these spoons here. I do about a half of one for each cup. And this stuff also is fairly expensive, but it goes a long way. You can see kind of the color tone that it makes. Okay. Next, we're going to put in our matcha. Now, it's recommended to only take a half a teaspoon a day of matcha. So since we're doing that twice in one day, then I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon for each. So I highly recommend taking this right after you eat a meal, preferably the first 2 meals of the day, because the matcha does have a little bit of caffeine, and if you take it too late, it could interfere with your sleep. Now, if you take this on an empty stomach, some of the components could actually irritate your stomach and possibly make you nauseous. So to avoid that, just take it after you eat. And all the enzymes and digestive components in this will actually help you digest your food anyway. Okay, now we're going to juice down our ginger, and it doesn't take much. A piece like that is for an advanced level. If you're just starting out with ginger, and if you're sensitive to anything spicy, I would probably start out with just a tiny little nubbin like that. But we love ginger. We feel like the more the better, so we're going to use bigger chunks for us. Just start out low and slow and figure out what you can tolerate and move from there. And it's best to juice it fresh while everything's still alive. Make sure I get it all out there. Alright, now just try to divide this in half. You kind of see it go in. There's a thick, pale yellow color and texture to it. It smells amazing. I'll tell you what too, if you're having kind of a down day where it's kind of gloomy and you need a little pick-me-up, just juice some fresh ginger. It'll work wonders. Okay, now we can just kind of sweeten it up. We use this raw organic honey as a sweetener. And this kind of takes a little while to break down. But there are a lot of known benefits for raw honey as well. Primarily the enzymes and the good bacteria that's provided in it. And a little fun fact about honeybees, this is their food source. This is what they make and store for the lean times in the winter. I know it's kind of sad we come and take it, but you can do it in a way that still leaves them with plenty that the hive can eat on. So we can share the benefits. But this is their whole food source primarily. So if it benefits them and takes care of all their needs, then it's got to be good for us too. Yeah, you just might have to work around that honey a little bit. It does dissolve, but it just takes a little bit longer. Alright, let's give that a shot. Yeah, I could definitely drink more than 2 of those a day, but that's all I recommend. So give it a shot.